big news story.
What? What's going on?
That's another jingle.
What track is it?
It is track 5.
See? This is why we don't show up in the radars. Here we go.
Scat off.
Scat off.
Go, Will. Big guns.
Did it sound anything like this?
No,
No, it sounded more like boop-bop, chibop, doodle bang, doodle-dee-dee-da-da.
I think mine's better.
You
Go
probably
again, Will.
Boop-bop, shabam, cookie-bop-bop, doodle-bop, doodle-bop, boom-boom-bop.
I think Lou won. You know what? You're not actually that good, Will.
No,
I heard him do it.
I never said I was good.
You say boop a lot.
I know.
I
like
gotta
boop
say
a
other
lot.
things besides boop.
Ooh, I think I might know what that is.
Yeah, that was a scat-off, a scat singing competition between the star of the film
Yeah.
and a random famous man they got in as a joke.
Hey, that's good. I think I know what that might be.
0871 222 1049. Second clip, maybe, which is track 6.
Okay, here we go. Listen out.
Hello?
How are you doing? What's up?
I'm good. I just I'm a little surprised you're doing the commentary without me there.
You know, can we be honest? From the commentaries I've heard, it just seems like a little bit like a man's world. Like
I'm a little hurt.
the deeper voice resonates better against the movie.
Right. It's more a technical issue.
Bull crap. I know exactly what it is.
Oh, look, Christina.
You know?
Oh, they made her cry by freezing her out of the commentary.
Yeah, I don't think they really did.
Really?
I think that was a little joke.
There's one more clip. Do you want to hear the last clip? This is the controversial one.
Track 7. Okay, so if you're offended by anatomical references, please put your fingers in your ears now.
I mean, you've picked this up. This is the unrated version. Hopefully you knew what you were in for.
Yeah, hopefully you are not shocked. If you are, I'm going to shock you even more by saying unshaven whale's vagina,
How's that? How does that fit?
which
I'm gonna...
was used in the movie, you'll find later.
Now, I think we even referred to this commentary last week or the week before.
Did we?
Yeah, possibly, because I watched it a couple of weeks ago. It's pretty funny. It's still a bit meandering, and I can't believe you actually sat through the whole thing.
0871 222 1049. If you know what film that was from and the star of the film who was talking in that commentary, you could win that amazing private evening at the London Dungeon with a sneak preview, of the DVD of The Village. Can you have a sneak preview of a DVD? Don't know. Anyway.
We'll be back with the answer to Crap Commentary Corner this week after this one from Spoon. That's called Advanced Cassette, and that's by a fantastic band called Spoon. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. We are now going to take a call after we've reminded you of our competition this week. It's Crap Commentary Corner, and the competition is to identify who is speaking in this clip and what movie they are speaking about.
Yes.
So here's a reminder. Oh, I keep doing that wrong stuff.
What's wrong with your fingers today?
Well, it's just all the things and
There's a lot on my CD today,
You know-
listeners. Bear with us.
Here we go.
Hello?
How are you doing? What's up?
I'm good. I just I'm a little surprised you're doing the commentary without me there.
It just seems like a little bit like a man's world. Like
I'm a little hurt.
the deeper voice resonates better against the movie.
Right. It's more a technical issue.
Bull crap. I know exactly what it is.
Oh, look, Christina.
You know?
Oh, they made her cry. So we've got Ed on line 1. Hello, Ed.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm okay. How you guys doing?
Very well. What's your guess, then, for this week's Crap Commentary competition?
I think the movie is Anchorman, and the star of that is Will Ferrell.
Ooh, let's find out if you're right.
Have got it right.
Using a jingle, I told you that you were correct.
Brilliant. How do you feel, Ed? How do you feel?
I'm moved by the jingle.
Moved by the jingle. And do you feel excited? I mean, you realise what you've won. Do you realise what you've won?
I feel, yes, I'm going to be scared out of my brain.
Do you have 9 friends?
I think so.
Yeah, and is this the kind of thing they'd enjoy? Are your friends a bit mature and sarky and cynical? Are you going to laugh at the
Well,
exhibits in the London Dungeon?
I haven't seen this one yet. I've seen a few of his other films, but I know
Right.
it has a nice twist ending. So yeah, I'm sure we'll love it.
How old are you,
twisted
Ed,
turny,
if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 24.
24, so you probably know girls and stuff like that. You could get girls, man, and you could go along and you could kiss some of them, and it could be like a kind of party.
It could be.
I'm jealous.
Ed, have you been to the London Dungeon before?
Not for a long time. Not since I was about 13 years old.
Oh man, you're going to love it. And you know you get to ride on their boat.
Is there like a little underground flume or something?
Something like that. But basically, part of your prize is the Judgment Day activity. We were asking before you came on the line exactly what that was. We've had a text from someone called Andrea. She says, I have done the Judgment Day activity. They accuse you of stuff. Then you go on the boat ride and they shoot you in the head. So I don't know whether that's a good idea.
All that to look forward to, Ed. Thank you very much indeed for phoning in, and congratulations on getting that absolutely right. Have a good time at the London Dungeon. And, you know, give us a call. Let us know how it went. Let us know what your Judgment Day activity was. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. It's the Kaiser Chiefs.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it.
Oh, my God, I can't believe it. You see, you can take the Lord's name in vain, but you can't talk about Wacko Jacko, can you?
No, can't talk about Wacko Jacko. That was for Robin. Good choice, Robin.
Yeah. Adam and Joe here on XFM. And I see that, actually, we were talking about Look Around You, the new series of Look Around You, which is no longer a little 10-minute show.
It's half-hour shows.
It's now half-an-hour show, and it's more directly a kind of piss take of Tomorrow's World, and spoofing that kind of weird, clunky type of show that you used to get in the early 80s. And I see that Peter Serafinowicz and Robert Popper are on Jimmy Carr and Ian Morris's show tomorrow on XFM. You can catch that from 10 a.m.
You know, another great series starting next week is Boot Camp. Series 2 of Boot Camp.
That's right. Yeah, you were obsessed by that before,
were
weren't
you not obsessed by it?
I liked it. I got into it, yeah.
I thought it was fantastic. That starts on Tuesday, so it's a great week for telly.
And, of course, speaking of Jimmy Carr, there's Channel 4's big new entertainment show on Friday night, which is called The Friday Night Project. You've probably seen some of the trails.
Does that start this Friday?
It starts next Friday coming up, yeah. And it says in the Guardian Guide, could this be another stab at creating a wacky TFI zoo TV show? Yes, is the answer. Jimmy Carr, Rob Rouse, who's a very funny comedian, Sharon Horgan, who I don't know much about, and Lucy Montgomery, who I also am ignorant of, are joined by guest host Vinnie Jones, going to the dogs, Abby Titmus with a mystery sex tape challenge, and Charlie from Busted, showing everyone how totally indie he really is with his new band, Fight Star.
Crikey, they're really throwing everything they can at that one.
Why are they starting with Vinnie?
Well, Vinnie's brilliant. Didn't you see him on the Marion and Jeff Chat show, whatever it's called, the Keith Barrett show last night?
No, you know, I seldom catch that show. Was it good?
Oh, no. No.
So you were being ironic when you said that Vinnie was brilliant.
Yeah, of course I was.
Oh.
He's awful.
It's dreadful. But anyway, the Friday Night Project should be interesting, and Jimmy Carr's always good. And Rob Rouse is a very funny comedian, so there's lots of good things to be said for that, and I'll certainly be checking it out.
Question for you, Adam Buxton, and listeners. What is the worst non-human family in an advert?
That sounds interesting. Let's talk about it. Let's start talking now.
Okay? I'd like to offer you some choices.
Go on then.
The fabric softener family, who are made from stitched-up clothes.
Good reference.
I believe it's Comfort.
Yeah.
And they sort of hang each other on the line and snog and do things that families do, but they look as if they're made from sort of fluorescent patches of old flesh.
Yes.
But actually they're stitched together from bits of material.
And they're stitched in such a way that their faces just look really pathetic and slappable.
And they're not even stitched. I think they're computer-generated. So you don't even have the feel that someone's actually knitted them together lovingly.
Oh, I thought they were stop motion. I don't know.
I don't know. They make me feel ill.
I agree with you.
Okay, family number 2, the PG Tips plasticine birds.
Oh, okay.
Who replaced the monkeys or whatever they had before.
They're Aardman.
They're Aardman, yeah.
Yeah.
A family of birds.
I don't mind the
You don't mind them?
PG Tips family.
What about, and this I think is the worst advert, so-called family, and all these adverts are basically trying to do a riff on The Simpsons, really, create a lovable, non-human family. The Dolmio Italian puppet family.
Well, we've talked about the Dolmio family before.
When's the Dolmio Day?
They are horrible.
They're terrible.
They're frightening because, they're absolutely awful because they're not only are they quite annoyingly badly animated, they are just this grotesque caricature of Italian people. And, yes, I want to roll them into a big ball and throw them in the bin.
Yeah. And the other really bad advert family on telly, the BBC had going for a while to advertise their Freeview boxes. They were a family of people with potato heads. Do you remember them at all? Lila remembers those. That's my top 4 most annoying non-human families in adverts.
That's very, very good top 4. Maybe listeners would like to send in their own top 4 in a similar vein. you can email us at adamandjoe@xfm.co.uk. That's Adam, A-N-D, rather than an ampersand.
And I think I got them all. Are there any others?
I don't know, I can't think. I'm no good at just thinking.
Okay.
This is Adam and Joe on XFM. Here is Fidar.
Sounding a little bit bored and tired there, don't you think?
Who, the Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
Hey, we're just relaxing on a lovely day.
Is it one of those, sometimes bands release sort of sleeper singles just to fill in between their next big corker? You know what I mean?
that was from their big album, By the Way.
There you go.
Yeah, the Californian Quartet's 8th album. 8 albums of music by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is Adam and Joe on XFM. What are you looking worried about there, Joe?
No, I was just going to say we've been discussing inanimate advert families. We've got a top 5 worst inanimate advert families. Now, a lot of people who texted and emailed suggesting the post office ants.
I've got nothing against the post office ants.
I quite like the post office ants as well, especially when they have a chase in their remote-control cars, because I think it's a very well-directed chase with little remote-control cars.
It occurred to me when I was watching one of those ads the other day that I love ants in any form.
Really?
I love ants, and especially when they're animated. I love the film Ants,
Do you?
for example. I rate the film Ants over the film Bug's Life.
Wow,
And
that's controversial.
I've had quite a few arguments with people about that.
Another suggestion is the charming bears. The bears what wipe their bums on telly.
Don't mind the charming bears.
I don't like to see animals use toilet paper. I just think it's wrong.
Well, the weird thing about the charming bears is that whole conceit is based on the the phrase, a bear
Poos in the woods.
poos in the woods. Yeah. So it's based on kind of an expletive-heavy phrase. Well, it's got one expletive in it.
Yeah.
And out of that, you've got this cute bear family going out and doing bear tods.
I just think it's wrong for a bear to sort of use the loo in any sort of way.
Why? He doesn't want to get, like, fur clogged up with dingleberries and stuff.
His tongue.
His tongue?
Yeah.
What are
he's
you
a bear.
talking about?
That's what animals do.
How long do you think his tongue is?
Well, it doesn't, he can bend over.
We should move on.
Yeah, okay. So there we go. So, Adam, you were asking me about Sideways.
Yeah.
Big new movie.
Ooh, new movie?
Yeah, big new movie.
Big new movie.
Scooping all the awards in America. Sideways is about 2 middle-aged blokes that go off on a sort of saucy weekend, the weekend before one of them's getting married. And they're wine lovers, and they drink a lot of wine, and they have sort of dalliances with ladies. And it's basically very influenced by Withnail and I.
Is it?
It's made by the guy that did Election and About Schmidt, Alexander Payne. And he's a big fan of Withnail and I. And it's based on a novel, and the guy that wrote the novel was a big fan of Withnail and I. So it's a weird sort of American middle-aged take on Withnail and I.
Interesting fact.
Thank you. But the one thing... So I went to see Sideways.
Yeah.
And the one thing I found a little bit, tricky about it was this business of the wine metaphor going through the whole film. Because they've obviously used wine as a metaphor for life. So, for instance, there's a scene where the grumpy one... what's the actor called? Paul Giacometti? Giamatti.
He was in American Splendor.
There you go, yeah. He's sort of Hollywood's trendy, grumpy... He's sort of the Steve Buscemi of the new millennium.
Yeah, I know the guy you mean.
So his character is kind of a vulnerable, sensitive, needy, grumpy, insular guy that needs special care and is secretly brilliant. And he sits down and...
Like me.
Like you. He sits down and chats up this woman, and she says to him, "Why do you like Pinot so much?" Pinot wine, obviously. And he goes, "Well, it's a difficult grape. It's vulnerable, sensitive. It only grows in the most particular of places. It needs special care, considered nurturing. But when it finds a place it can flourish, someone who understands its peculiarities, it's capable of producing the most wonderfully profound, most exquisite, most ancient flavours in the world."
Like him!
At which point, yeah, she should go, "What, you mean like you? The wine's very similar to you, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah." But she doesn't. She just goes, "Oh, that's beautiful."
Well, isn't it being said for comic effect, though, all that, to make it so specific?
Wait a second. She doesn't say that. So instead he says to her, so what got you into wine?" And she said, "I think it was when I realized that wine evolves, depending on the weather, where it grows, the amount of care it gets. Every bottle is alive. Every day it tastes different. as it slowly, incontrovertibly matures into something rich and wonderful, then slowly fades. At which point he should say, wine's like people, isn't it? Wine's very similar to people, like you and me, we're like wine!
Yeah, and you're going to get
they
very
don't.
excited when I pull my cork out.
Yeah, but they don't at any
He could
point
have said.
say that.
Well, but it's still a good